Hey guys, subscribe for daily content, and if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got something truly spectacular to share with you guys. I rushed this video. Most of my content is pre-recorded a week or two in advance, sometimes more. This is just a couple of days. I'm recording this just a couple of days before you're going to see it. And the reason is because the moment I saw this on social media, I said, that is one of the coolest things to release in 2025. And Maxace was kind enough to get this to me very, very quickly. So thank you so much to Maxace. I'm going to let everyone know this will be available. It is going to be very popular. It's going to go very quickly. It's quite the looker, definitely. If you've been on Maxace's Instagram anytime recently, you probably know what this is. Thanks to Maxace for sending it in. I'll still link Maxace stuff down in the description. I think I have a discount code for Maxace, so check them out. It does help my channel when you use those links, but that's entirely up to you. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. So I think this is called the Karasu Tangu, I think, and I'm almost certain that I have mispronounced that. Now, that's interesting. I looked that up, and I don't know anything about Japanese folklore. I know absolutely nothing. This is what I got from Google. This represents a beast or character from Japanese folklore that is kind of malevolent and is like some sort of creature with like a crow's head, and it has a long beak. Now, it's interesting, the foreshadowing here, because it's part of it's got a sort of a brother or cousin called the Daietsu with a longer beak. So I wonder if this is one in a family of items, if they're going to continue it. I'm just pointing that out. When you Google that, you might wonder the same thing, but let's focus on this. Now, before I take this off, there are multiple tiers of this. The one that they sent me was an upgraded tier. This is a special version of the knife. There will be a less expensive version, but it's all going to be expensive. Oh, boy. So I have already been in here. I'm just going to be honest with you. I've already been in here. That's why it's not laying there with the blade out, because I wanted to showcase this sheath, which I think that's real snakeskin. I don't know. I'm not an expert on that. The leather work on the sheath looks wonderful. Now, as you can see here, we have what looks like Mokutai, perhaps Mokumegane, I'm not sure. We also have what is possibly a zirconium guard there. Just a little bit of, I've had my fingers on this. Gorgeous carbon fiber handle. Now let's go ahead and pull this out. See how this actually loops through the guard there? I wanted to show that off. I thought that was really cool. Beautiful, beautiful sheath. Don't want to diminish that. But what's going to be the most impressive element here is the blade. My goodness. Maxace, are you guys kidding me? This is phenomenal. Look at this gorgeous blade. So this is Sanmai ZDP. Anything that you're seeing here can be wiped down. I had this out yesterday and was looking at it, right? Probably just a quick in and out of the sheath there. But we have that beautiful core line. So this is a Sanmai. You can see the core right through there. Absolutely gorgeous. The switch, they're very much, I'm not an expert on Japanese cutlery. I know that this is a very popular thing, and there are legitimately people who are extremely well educated on this. And there's also an incredibly massive community surrounding Japanese cutlery who don't really know a lot, but they sort of insert themselves, and I just kind of expect that to happen, right? So whatever, I think that's fine. If you like this for whatever reason, I like it because it looks cool, right? And also the materials used and the craftsmanship are just next level. So look at the, now on the note of that, I want to point out that Maxace was clearly going after the presentation level here. So I think there will be an immediate ZDP 189 is not, like this is the comment that's going to be typed. ZDP 189 is that not the optimized steel to be using for that type of, blade, like a true Japanese warrior would use this or that. I don't know that that is really warranted. I think we can probably skip that and assume that, Maxace was trying to deliver, overall a piece of functional art. So I have no idea how well ZDP 189 would hold up as far as, a weapon like this, right? This I would classify as a weapon. not necessarily always a tool. Could certainly be used as a tool, but I think traditionally this style, a weapon, right? Obviously carbon fiber and Mokame Gane or Mokatai probably would not have been the choice materials by a traditional Japanese warrior or whoever would have carried this, right? Just sort of getting all of this out of the way because I know it's coming. Basically what I'm saying is that we probably should more so just enjoy this for what it was really meant to be, which is a very interesting piece made with high quality materials meant to appeal to high-end knife collectors. Now, make no mistake, it's still functional. You can actually see the tangos all the way down here. Obviously there is some tapering. I don't know. It's probably, like this comes in and then it's a consistent length of tang throughout. But that is the back end, and a lanyard can be attached. So you can see there actually still the core line, which means it is not a separate piece of material. It is all one piece of ZDP, which is neat. And then we have these two screws here fastening these two pieces of carbon fiber together, which I have to say are just absolutely perfect. Like the seamlessness of that is wonderful. I'm going to go ahead and guess that this is in fact zirconium on the guard. Which is part of the upgraded one. I think the standard version, while it still might be ZDP 189, I think the standard version has a titanium guard and a G10 or micarta handle. I could be wrong about that. There's also going to be a version that comes in Chad Nichols Damascus if you don't want the hand rub satin finish ZDP 189 blade. This is incredible, and while it is a fixed blade, which at base are less complicated to create than folding knives, we still have to consider everything that's going into this. There's enough ZDP here to probably make 4 folding knives, and ZDP 189 is not cheap. This is an expensive material, plus the zirconium guard here and the Mokatai and the carbon fiber. I think this is just spectacular. And again, not to diminish the sheath. I mean, the sheath is gorgeous. This is so cool. I think this is real. It looks real to me. I don't know why that it wouldn't be. But just spectacular. It's so cool. So it is not normal for me to put a fixed blade in my end of the year, best or my favorite stuff of 2025. I've kind of changed that word from best to favorite because I kind of, when I do my year-end video, that's really what it is. It's my favorite stuff, and without forcing it into some sort of criteria that indicates that functionally it's superior to that. I don't even want to mess with that, right? Because it just creates arguments. I just like to kind of group together what I think is the most impressive stuff, whether it lends to general utility or not. And this item from Maxace, I went ahead and unboxed it myself and spent a little time with it. And I can tell you that this is essentially a perfect product. They really went above and beyond with this thing, and it's just gorgeous. I mean, it is, not only is it one of the most impressive things of 2025, this is one of the most, I know this is subjective, this is one of the most gorgeous fixed blade pieces that I have ever seen. Now, many times you guys have heard me say, not only do I love carbon fiber, zirconium, and materials like Mokatai or Mokame Gain, right? Mokame Gane, sorry, I'm going to keep saying it wrong unintentionally this time. It's not like shaman, I do that on purpose. But in particular, grays, blacks, golds, and bronze colors mixed together really look good to me. Really, really, really look good to me. So this in particular is something that I very much love. Now back to that little tidbit of lore. Given that this creature, what it's labeled, is the version that has the shorter beak, because they're apparently both bird-like creatures, right? I guess. Again, don't know much about the lore. This other one that this is the lesser version of has a longer nose or beak. So I'm wondering, is this where they're going? Are they going to make a larger one down the road? It's interesting. This is still a pretty big knife. Not a review today, just an unboxing and first impressions. Still pretty big, coming in at 12 and a half. No, it's about 12.65 overall. The total blade length is about 7 3/4 inches, and your cutting edge length is 7 inches. Very, very cool. We have to cut something with. We got to cut a piece of paper with it. I just got to know. Right. Yes, this will stay in my collection. Absolutely. 100%. Ooh. Oh, it feels so good to slice with. There's so much edge. Oh. Ooh. That's nice. ZDP 189, probably very, very hard, right? Obviously, if you're going to be like sword dueling, probably hardness, not the best attribute. I know that people are going to force that through and like insert their wisdom on. We're going to get the anime guys in here, and that's fine. Welcome. I'm just saying, we expect it. As a knife, as just a, just somebody who appreciates blades, just the blade element. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Honestly, one of the most impressive things that Maxace has ever created. You can expect to see this on my best of 2025 or favorite of 2025. This is so cool. This is beyond cool. My goodness. I love this. I love that Maxace will do this. Maxace, the same people who brought us, where is it? The same people who brought us this, right? This is what I say. Like, if they want to make something wacky and crazy, they can. They can also make beautiful items. Beautiful, flowing, kind of, based on traditional stuff, right? Classic stuff. Absolutely spectacular. Bravo, Maxace. You guys really did something special here. I think this is awesome. That's going to be it for today. I will do a final overview of this product, but I'm not going to be reviewing this in the sense that like I carried it and used it, right? Which, by the way, most of my reviews are based on very casual carry, actual carry, like my actual carry, my daily carry uses and stuff like that. My reviews are based on regular guy using pocket knife periodically for regular stuff. That's where my reviews come from. And then I give my comments on the design and quality. On this, not going to carry it. Absolutely not. I am going to spend some more time with it, learn a little bit more about it and the motivation behind it, a little bit more about the folklore, and I'll do a final overview. But very, very cool. That's going to be it for today, guys. Where did my card go? In my excitement, I threw it. There it is. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.